Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another outstanding episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. I'm your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Four continents down, two more to go. No cap, straight facts, the worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about me. We have a special guest tonight. She's a woman who's not just making a name for herself as a singles wrestler, but she's also making a name for herself as one half of one of Texas's, not just Texas, pro wrestling's newest and most cohesive tag teams, Kiss of Death, aka KOD.
yeah.
Everybody, welcome to the show, the Mexican Barbie, Lulu La Reina. How you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. Just here, I was looking forward to, you know, this interview ever since, last year. And, I'm glad it finally happened. It's great to have you on here. How's everything over in Tech? You're in Texas, right?
I'm in Chicago. I was in Texas during the weekend, and the weather was really nice over there compared to here back home
I bet.
because
Yeah.
it's freezing in Chicago. But I at least got to enjoy one good day in Texas because then it did
Yeah.
get pretty chilly on Saturday. So
Yeah.
mm,
You don't have to tell me because I actually
you're in the East Coast, right?
Yep, I actually live in New York. I live in Brooklyn. So
Brooklyn.
I don't know if you've ever been here, especially this time of the year, but yeah, it was freezing. It is freezing, actually.
Mm, no,
Um,
I'll be in New York in March. So
oh, okay.
we'll see how the weather is
Nice.
during
Nice.
that time.
For
I'm
wrestling
sorry?
or just for like visit?
Yeah, for Rising Stars Wrestling.
Rising Stars. I haven't heard about that.
What? Like it's been really like popular. We have a lot of talented women because it's a women's promotion.
Nice, nice, nice. I'll have to
Yeah.
look into that. I'll definitely have to look into that. Um,
Yes.
because women's wrestling, y'all been killing it. I enjoy all wrestling, but y'all been killing it, and I'm glad for y'all. After years of being held down, y'all are actually taking the stage and showing that you're just as good, just as captivating. Your matches are just as captivating as the men's matches. So I
Hmm.
like that for y'all as well. And yeah, Rising Star. I'll definitely have to make sure I check that out. Please tell me Kiss of Death is going to be making their appearance there. Please tell me that y'all are actually going to be
Hopefully
on that
one
show.
day, but right now I'm writing solo.
Ah,
Well, hopefully one day, Charisma can come and help me out because goddamn, so many women been kicking my butt.
I know she can't. She can't really let you down. I saw that. I saw a part of that match with you and Celine Hysteria when y'all are facing Fire and Fury, who we've actually had on our show, and
Ooh.
I was like, wait, Charisma's not coming out. Then all of a sudden Celine came out. I'm like, wow, okay, not a bad tag team
Yes.
partner, but still, I mean, would be great to have KOD in the building. And y'all eventually did
Um,
face them. Actually, I saw that match, and
yes, we have faced them before, but unfortunately we couldn't do a tag together that night. But
yeah, hey,
at
it
least
happened.
Celine came through, even though she was trying to cheat. She's trying to cheat. No, no cutesy. That's not cutesy.
Yeah. Trust me, I sometimes you just gotta play it fair. But I gotta ask you. So I always ask
Yes.
our um guests that we have on here this question, and it's
Mhm.
just to give our faithful followers and viewers and listeners some backstory. How did it all start for the Mexican Barbie? How did what was the match or the event that you saw that made you go, yo, that's cool. I'm a wrestling fan for life now. I'm going to tune in next week, the week after, the next month. You guys got me. How did it all start for you?
So crazy thing when I tell this the story. I don't know if people will. like it or not, but I'm gonna keep it, real. Um, Divas.
Okay, hey, everybody
Total
has a
Divas.
backstory.
I guess it's showing everyone like, hey, the Bella Twins did bring a lot of, talented women to the wrestling world.
Okay,
Because there's people that have been telling me that I've been doing wonderful in the ring. I've been progressing, of course. I'm still a baby. But I started watching Total Divas, and then that's what made me get into like pro wrestling. There's more into like the story why I got into wrestling to actually go for it, but Total Divas, the Bella
okay.
Twins. Yeah.
Hey, everybody has their own way they got in. Some got in because an older brother or an older sister or an older cousin or uncle or aunt or grandmother, were watching and they happened to see it and they were like, wow, this is awesome. I'm gonna watch. We've actually
Yeah.
had one, I think we had one or two people that said they played the wrestling game first. I didn't know that
Um,
wrestling actually that kind of wrestling actually existed in real life. And then when they saw it on TV, they were like hooked and like, wow, I'm a fan. And then from there they actually got into the actual wrestling industry, which is,
yeah.
my next question actually is, okay, so well, before I go into that question,
Mhm.
who were some of your favorites that you enjoyed? I guess it would be safe to say the Bella Twins were your favorites that you enjoyed
So,
watching.
yeah, so the Bella Twins, I did watch wrestling with my cousins, when I was younger,
Hmm.
but it's not like that got my attention to be like, let me be consistent watching wrestling. It was the Bellas. So definitely I have to put the Bella Twins number one.
Uh-huh.
Eddie Guerrero is one of my
Okay.
tops. I'll put him number one too, though.
Viva la
So
raza. All right.
yes, Viva la Raza. Charlotte Flair is another one of my faves. So those are like my top three.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Charlotte Flair is actually one of my favorite wrestlers too. Although people have differing opinions, but I tell
yeah,
people, man, she's the ace, man. I mean, when you face and you beat Charlotte Flair, that proves that you belong in the main event. So,
exactly. I agree. I mean, look at Rhea Ripley.
oh yeah,
I love Rhea, but I have to still put Charlotte Flair still there,
you
in
know the
top
funny thing
spot.
about it, Rhea Ripley just took like a two-step course to become pretty much her in WWE.
Yes.
Because I remember the first time she fought Charlotte
Mhm.
Flair, she didn't win. Second time she fought her, I think it was what, WrestleMania 39, I believe. 39 or wait, it was WrestleMania 30. Which one I go to? WrestleMania 40? That was in Philadelphia. So the one so yeah, WrestleMania
Mhm.
39, she actually wrestled Charlotte Flair, beat her cleanly. And I'm like, okay, the only person she has to she has to face next is Becky Lynch. And then lo and behold, I guess the powers that be in WWE, that is the creative team, they heard me and they were like, okay, we got something for you. WrestleMania 40, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, and Rhea Ripley beat her cleanly. And then from that point on, she was the go-to. And
She's the goat. She's the star.
and the crazy thing is people were actually cosplaying as her, um, in at WrestleMania when I went. Like she and Jey Uso, when I went last year, they were the most like cosplayed people there. So
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, she definitely belongs in that main event spot.
Yeah. And I feel like now Charlotte can kind of just relax. Now
Yeah,
she's having fun. Like she's
yeah,
enjoying it. Not that she wasn't probably before, but it was more pressure. I feel especially because she's Ric Flair's daughter. I guess she had something to prove.
yeah,
How a lot of people just like, oh, she just got the position because she's someone's, like Ric Flair's
right.
daughter. But I feel like she really worked really hard. And that's one thing that I also love about the Bellas. It's how much they've worked to get where they're at.
Okay, yeah,
And I think like that's what inspired me a lot um to also get into wrestling because it's not just okay wrestling, that's it takes a lot to for training, tape studying, all these other stuff. Like even the traveling can get exhausted, but it's like you really have to work extremely hard if you want to get to a certain, you know, place that you want to be at. So they're
Oh
hard
yeah,
workers. Mhm.
yeah, definitely. And that's why I always that's why we have this media format as because we're more than just a podcast, we're a media format, I like to say here, because it's to show that, we see you, you know, congratulations on making, on graduating, and keep on keeping on. We see you, and we're looking forward to seeing more of what you do. And pretty much a thank you for, just giving us all the matches and memories, and, continue to do so. So that's why we do this here at, Ringside Society. Um, so growing up, did you ever get to meet like the Bella twins? I don't know if I don't think you got to meet Eddie Guerrero, but if you did, that's cool.
Mhm.
But did you ever get to meet like, or the Bella twins or Charlotte Flair? Did you ever get to meet like Shaul Guerrero or Chavo, or now I think his other daughter's wrestling now too, Charlene. Have you ever got to
Yes,
meet
I
any
heard.
of it?
So I have not met any of them yet. The Bella twins, I feel that once I meet them, oh my god, I would definitely be really happy. Um but for right now, no. I would love to have a match with Nikki.
Okay,
Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Um but yeah, no, I haven't met. And then Eddie Guerrero, no. No, I never
okay,
got to meet him or see him live, like performing. Actually, I have not seen anyone. Oh, Charlotte Flair. I did see her perform, but I've never
okay,
really met her, like, to introduce myself. Um, I've met a few WWE superstars, but not my goats. Not my,
okay.
my ultimate faves.
Wow. Well, hey, something? Wrestling is unpredictable. Maybe one day we'll see you in the ring mixing up with Charlotte Flair or Nikki Bella. Hey, maybe we'll see KOD mixing it up with the Bella Twins, or maybe we'll see KOD mixing up with, I don't know what name they've given their tag team, if they've given themselves, or if they've given themselves a tag team yet. But Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Maybe we'll
Really
see that.
souls.
You know.
Yeah, I hope
Um.
so. Um, So this past weekend, Charisma and I were in a triple threat actually, so we were against each other. But it
Ooh.
was it was funny because there was like little kids calling us the Bella sisters.
Okay.
And that was so adorable. I didn't hear it at the moment, but like watching the match, they were like, "Oh yeah, you guys are like the Bella sisters." And I'm like, "Oh my god. Yay."
Wow. Yeah.
I always tell Charisma that I'm Nikki cuz I'm like, because she's like this. She's a more petite one. I'm a little bit more. I'm
Yeah.
the one that eats more. Not calling Nikki fat, but she's a thicker one. She's the thicker one.
Hey, hey. There's nothing wrong with a woman that likes to eat. Trust me. If you
Yeah.
honestly speaking, if you ask me, if I ever meet a woman that likes to eat as much as me, I'm marrying her right away. Like, hey, yo, let's go. You got me.
I literally
Like,
told that to Charisma on Friday. I believe it was Friday or Saturday. I told her I was like, if we were the Bella twins, I'll be Nikki and she would be Brie because I'm always eating and you know, I'm like a little bit more curvier than her. So I'm like, I guess I'll be Nikki. And she just started laughing. She's like, yeah, that's true.
wow,
Which is funny.
yeah,
I
man.
do be
So
eating a lot, but food makes me happy. So
that's great. That's whenever and I'm going to go into my personal life a bit. This is ringside side. This is not the Breakfast Club or anything. But whenever I tell women that whenever I go on dates with them, I'm like, look, you better not. If we go to this restaurant, you better not order no salad and water. You better go get yourself some breadsticks and some mashed
right.
potatoes. I'm the kind of guy that would
Mashed
see like.
potatoes.
You're
Yes.
gonna be like, oh, you'll just take water and salt. No, no, you're gonna get some ribs. You're gonna get some chicken. You're gonna, oh, you can't eat it now. Okay, you gonna eat it later. You're not gonna eat it
Yes.
now. You
Right.
can take it home in a doggy bag and you're gonna eat it later. But you're not gonna leave here with. You're not gonna be here just eating water or drinking water, eating salad. No, no.
Wait, I gotta say those salads are pretty delicious though. They're fulfilling. Like sometimes the
Yeah,
size.
Uh,
Yeah, it's good. You know, like a chicken Caesar salad. That's my
okay, well,
actually
well,
I will say I will get a chicken Caesar salad as an appetizer and then I'll get my entree.
there you go.
I'm a little foodie girl. I love food. Makes me happy.
I'll tell you what, when you get to New York, you will love here because it's not a matter of what food you can get here. It's where you want to get it from. I was just telling one of my models, my clients that I was just doing a photo shoot with,
Hmm.
that you know the great thing about we just did a photo shoot in a Hong Kong themed restaurant that
Oh.
served great food, and I told him like New York is like the I guess you could say the foodie capital. Like it's not a matter of where you can get food. Like it's not a matter of if you can get a certain type of food here. It's where you want to get it from. Like you might want to get some pizza. Yeah, I can get New York style pizza, but where do I want to get it from? Do I want to get it from Claudio's, or do I want to get it from
Mm.
Two Bros? There's several places that you can several restaurants, and that's why I love it.
Yeah. It's like Chicago though. We also get have like so many variety of, you know, like restaurants, foods, but it's like where should we go? Like we have so many Mexican
Oh,
restaurants, but it's
oh,
like
don't get me started with Chicago. Y'all got that deep dish, and I know it's not Chicago pizza. Chicago pizza is different. It's not deep dish. I know. Trust me. I'm schooled to that.
and
I've
like
and, and I've stayed in Chicago for like sometimes a months, like months on end. But that deep dish y'all got. Every time I go there, I have to hit up. Was it not Illuminati's? Is it
Giordano's. Is it
Giordano's? I
yeah.
always got to hit up Giordano's, and I always got to get the meat lovers, the meat lover, the pepperoni, bacon, and sausage one. And I could never finish it all at once, but best believe it doesn't matter whether it's a day or 2 days. I'm gonna finish it. But that place is like it's like, and then y'all have not Nathan's. They have the chocolate cake milkshake, man. Oh, I forgot the name of it. You probably know it. They have
Wait,
the
which one?
best. It's not Luther's. Is it Luther's? There's a place
Mm,
that have that they serve. They're known for their hot dog, but they have a
well,
thing
there's
called a
a few
chocolate cake.
places for hot dogs. They have gin and juice. They have Johnny's. Maybe Johnny's.
I can't. I forgot this, and I just
Hmm.
told one of my coworkers about about it the other day, and I put her onto it. It's probably gonna
Mm.
pop up in my head. It's probably gonna pop up in my head. Oh, Portillo's.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm talking about.
god, I love Portillos.
Portillo's.
Portillos.
Yeah, Portillo's. One. I was introduced to it. I had it. I told one of my former coworkers that, yeah, I just had Portillo's. He's like, did you get the chocolate cake shake? I'm like, no, but now that you mentioned, I'm going to get it again tomorrow. And I did. And it was really good. And
Yeah.
ever since, every time I've gone to Chicago, I got to hit up that place at least. Like, I have to hit up that place at least once. I just have to.
They
And
just made a Portillo's in Texas. So hopefully, they might make one in New York.
nah, if I go to Texas, I'm not going for Portillo's. I'm going for Whataburger. That's my thing. I love me some Whataburger. So yeah.
But
Like I
burger is
said,
good.
when I go to certain places, I got certain things I do. Like I just got to do it. Like
You have like there's
so-
yeah. You know, when I go to Texas, I usually get more of my like steak.
okay.
Steak or seafood. Their seafood is their Cajun boil to die
hmm
for. To die for.
I haven't had that. Maybe I'll try it. I've never really tried that much of a seafood. I'm not really into like crabs, but I
But
don't know.
shrimp.
Maybe one day. Yeah, shrimp. I will do. I'll do shrimp. I'll definitely do shrimp. So
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. Hearing people say that y'all are the Bella sisters, that definitely means that y'all are meant to be a tag team, and y'all should definitely stick with it for a bit. I could definitely see that going for y'all. But I gotta ask you, in regards to like we're gonna take it back a bit more for a bit. So
Okay.
now that you're a fan, you're tuning in every week, you're cheering on your favorites, supporting the business as a fan. How did the journey of the Mexican Barbie? How did your journey go from Lulu La Reina wrestling fan to Lulu La Reina, the Mexican Barbie, and one half of KOD?
Hmm.
I got
So,
time if you got time. I mean, if it's a long story, it's cool. I mean, we've had people on here for like 4 hours, 3 hours, so I
oh,
got time, and I'm off tomorrow. I don't work. I'm not working tomorrow, so if you got time, I got time.
so with the whole like how the Lulu La Reina started, it's just honestly that started as just proving my dad wrong. That's how I ended up joining wrestling. The whole Mexican Barbie, the fans actually gave me that name
Oh wow, okay.
because I started as Lulu La Reina, the Mexican Queen. That was my first. And that was because I am so proud of my roots. I always want to, make sure people know I'm Mexican. So that's why it's the Mexican Queen. And then the Mexican Barbie is because a lot of fans were just telling me how much I look like a little like muñeca. A muñeca is like a doll, like a
Okay.
Barbie. So they will always tell me, you look like a doll, like so, so cute and all. And a lot of people will say a Barbie. They will be like, you look like a Barbie. And then I just started thinking and thinking, I'm like, well, I do like pink. And I will start saying like the word cutesy a lot.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? What about the Mexican Barbie? Barbie does not have a lot of Mexican dolls and all that stuff. So I'm like, let me just do that. And honestly, it just floated. Like it became me, I guess. Very
Wow.
cutesy. Yeah, it's just so the fans, the supporters, I should say, gave me that.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
Fan proclaim, not self proclaim. That's awesome. So
Hmm.
how did training go? How'd you end up going to like wrestling school and all that? How'd you end up like deciding, hey, I'm gonna, actually do what not a lot of other fans do and actually join the industry?
So when I was younger, I always wanted to be in a sport, especially soccer. I was a tomboy, and my parents really weren't okay of me doing any sports because I'm a woman. And they
Uh,
thought I was going to get hurt, and also financial issues, I guess, because my brother was already in a sport. So they were kind of like, okay, we're not going to have another one, you know. It's just like a very old school kind of like Mexican thing where it's like the woman shouldn't be doing sports kind of
yeah,
thing. Um,
I think
so
that's
I grew.
I don't mean to cut you with all due respect. I don't think that's just a Mexican thing. I think that's like every family, like, oh,
Is it?
you trust me. In Guyana, we tend to be like that too. I'm Guyanese,
Mm,
so I would say
oh,
there's I've seen some
they're just
families
so
that like
protective.
that.
They're like
But
so strict and protective at like my dad especially. He was well, my mom
yeah,
too. I guess both of them. They were like, "Oh no, you're not going to do any sports." So
me,
then
I
I got older.
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead. Go
got
ahead.
older, and I did have a little resentment with that because, like I said, I always wanted it. Like soccer was the main sport. I always wanted to play soccer, wanted to do sport like that sport, be on a team, kind of kick butt. Couldn't do that. Grew up, had a little bit of resentment. Got to the age where I said to myself, "Okay, Lulu, you can't be blaming your parents anymore at this point. You need to do something about it. If you want to be in a sport, you got a job, you have a car, you can do it." And I would just have visions, honestly, just vision. I started watching Total Divas. Then I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool, wrestling. And then I started having little visions here and there of like a wrestling ring, kind of, like dreams. And that's what kind of made me go for it. It was around COVID time. I looked up schools. There wasn't showing any schools around me. So then after that, I found one in Woodstock. I emailed them. They told me I could start whenever I wanted to. I told them November of that year, 2020. And that's when I had decided, I'm like, you know what, this is the moment that I'm gonna prove my dad wrong, that I am a strong, like chica, and that he was wrong all this time for not having me in a sport, blah blah blah, right? I had everything planned, dude. Everything. I was like, I'm gonna start my training, not tell him anything, not that I'm doing training, nothing, nothing. And then when I have my first match, I'm just gonna invite my parents. My mom knew, my dad didn't. I'm gonna invite my parents and I'm just gonna surprise them with me being in the ring, having my first match. But unfortunately, my dad passed away a month after I started training due to COVID. So
Sorry for
he
your
didn't
loss.
get
My bad.
so he didn't get the chance to know about me doing wrestling, me like anything, because obviously it was gonna be a surprise. Unfortunately, in that um promotion, they really didn't teach me so much. I just feel that um yeah, they didn't really teach me anything at all. Now
Mm,
that I went to my trainer, the trainers that I have, because I have three trainers now. I have realized, like, yeah, I kind of just wasted my time and money there because I really didn't learn. Some people were like, you shouldn't even count that year because that year you didn't even learn the basics. Um, and I thought I was learning because I didn't know wrestling. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm learning. We're doing these cardio drills, and yeah, I'm learning. And no, I wasn't. Um, I got injured, took 2 days, 2 years off, and then since I had gear, like actual gear with like the name La Reina, I never got to wear it. So that kind of got me a little, in my emotions. I started getting sensitive because I said I never really got to get that good match for my dad. Um, I got really emotional, I will say, and I told myself, okay, let's do a round two type of thing and see. Let's get a new trainer. Let's let's just go for it and see. So that's how I met my now trainer, Vic Capri. And since then, yeah, he's been teaching me a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from my second trainer, which is my brother-in-law, Charisma's man. And Diego de la Cruz has helped me tremendously.
yeah,
A
we
lot of my improvement has been from him. So we're a family, we're a trio. I'm the little sister, and it's been really nice. And then now I also have another trainer here in Chicago, David Ali, which has been really helpful too. So now I have those
what?
three trainers, and yeah, I'm kicking butt now. I'm
Oh, you got
kicking butt.
some.
In my 2 years, I feel I have improved. Especially last year, I feel like I've improved a lot. I'm still learning, but I'm working really hard to, you know, be better each time I'm in that ring. But I'm really thankful for my trainers for believing in me and taking that time to teach me. But that's the story. And I just want to also give, that message to people that even if they wanted to do a sport, if they wanted to get into cooking, whatever they wanted to get into, maybe that they couldn't, that it's never too late to do something. My I don't want to put my age out there, but I am not the youngest one in the ring whenever I'm with somebody, wrestling. I am not the youngest. I'm not that young anymore. But I'm really passionate about it. I feel that every time I have a match, I become even more passionate. I fall in love with the sport, a lot, and I respect it a lot too, which makes me work even harder. So I just want people No, it's never too late to start something. It's just put your heart into it and your sweat too, because nothing's easy in life, nothing's easy, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, you know something. It doesn't matter age with age. You know, just keep on keeping at it. You know, I once knew of a man who started. I believe he was 35. He had his first match.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
before that, he used to be a manager for a top team,
Mm.
and they won some tag team titles. And then eventually, when they left, he went on to another promotion, and he went on to manage um two guys who would become well known names in pro wrestling. And when they left, he was all by himself. So he decided to become a wrestler. Just crazy manager becoming a wrestler, right? Took a lot of L's the first 2 or 3 years, but eventually he started winning. Next thing you know, he wins his first. Now, mind you, by this time he's 35.
Hmm.
Ends up finally winning his first title at, I believe he was 38. That's when he won his first title.
Oh, wow.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't kick my butt for actually putting his age out there. But if you see this, I'm sorry. And I'll tell you who it is in a minute. Won his first title at, I believe it was 39. It was 30. Yeah, it was 39. He won his first title,
Oh, damn.
and then at that top promotion he was at, and then after winning that he grinded, ended up eventually winning another title, and then a tag team title, and then finally at the age of 43, he won his first world title. And fast forward to several years, I think it was like 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. He would be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. That
Mhm.
person is Diamond Dallas Page. Bang. I don't know if you know what that is, but if you don't, check him up. He has a great story. But if you do, um, then you would know where I'm coming from. And the two people he actually managed, well, the first tag team he managed was in AWA. This was like back in the 80s. It was
Mm.
a tag team called Bad Company to the world tag team to the tag team titles. The two people in
Mm.
WCW he actually managed, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Oh,
Yeah. So the moral of the story, you're not too late. If he could do it,
no.
so can you. And if you ask me, now in this era of pro wrestling, women's wrestling is more in demand. I've seen
Yes.
like I said, I love this for y'all. I'm not saying this because you're a female, you're on my show right now. I've been championing for y'all for years. Give them a chance. WWE,
Hmm.
why don't you bring back the tag team titles? Bring them back. It adds more depth to your roster. I guess they heard me and they brought them back. And now they have the women's US title and the women's Intercontinental Championship. That's good. That's great. I'm happy. So now it's a great time for y'all to actually, it's a great time for women's wrestling, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And look at you, you're already lady, you've already been to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say lady, but like you've already been to like three, you're already wrestling in, you probably, I don't know if this is your third state or your sixth state, but you're already going state to state. You're in Chicago, Texas, and now you're going to be in New York. Matter of fact, where else have you wrestled? If you don't mind me asking.
Arkansas,
Four, okay.
Wisconsin,
Five, uh-huh.
Michigan.
Six, uh-huh.
And that's it for now, I think. Yeah. Illinois, Texas, New York, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Michigan. Yeah, so six.
And
Six
before this
times.
year, and before this year's out, you're gonna wrestle in six more, or at least five
Yes.
more. It's gonna happen.
God
But
willing.
guess what's next to New York? New Jersey. Guess what's 2 hours away by bus from New York? Philadelphia. Guess what's not too far from
Yeah.
Philadelphia?
I wanna go to Philly. I wanna go to
Yeah, the
Philly.
cheesesteaks are nice over there.
I was gonna
And then
say Philly cheesesteaks.
yeah. And then you got, then you have, what's the other one? Then you got the Delmarva area where my co-host Rob Bass is from. So
Mm,
unfortunately he can't be here right now. You got some personal matters go. He has some personal matters going on. But you got, Washington D.C. You got Maryland. You got Virginia. So you never know. But you're already making a great start. Forget the fact that so what if you didn't start at 15? So what? It's all good. You're still making
yeah.
moves.
I mean,
And
there's a
then
reason why, I feel like things happen for a reason.
yeah, but
And it just sucks because I will say I do tell this to like so many of my friends. I'm like I feel like a little kid because it's like my first sport. So any little thing that I learn, I get so happy and people are like, okay, not that big of a deal. But I'm like, it is a big deal for me because this is my first sport. It's like I'm learning something new. I do something new. The only thing that does get sad, and I do talk about this too, it's just like, damn, like it would be nice if my dad was like out there cheering,
yeah,
like even though I do pray, I do pray to him and God before I walk out. That's always. But I'm like, it's still not the same if I would have just seen him like right there, like, so
yeah.
that's why every December, because that's his passing anniversary, I at least wrestle one time, one show. And these past 2 years I've done like a gear, um like his favorite color.
Mhm.
The last, well, not 2025 but 2024, I wore all blue, a blue gear for him because that was his favorite color.
Okay.
And then the one last year I did like kind of like a silver whitish with some blue. Blue again, his favorite color, and then the silver white because he's my guardian angel. So every December, it's more like it's for him. Like I keep fighting for him.
Awesome. That's awesome. And sorry that he unfortunately is not here to see you. But I know if he probably did, he'd be like, "Oh wow, Lulu, you did it! You actually proved me wrong." You know, I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
I won't lie. My dad knew I was a very strong person, but I just wanted him to really like see me kick butt. Like see me just be like, I wanted him to be like, yeah, I'm proud of you. You can kick
Yeah.
butt.
So was your brother into wrestling too, or I mean, what was his reaction? Like, wait,
uh,
he's like, my little
so
sister's a badass. Like, wow, that's cool.
I'll be honest with you. So when I first started, like back in 2020, he
Uh-huh.
didn't really. Nobody in my family took me serious. They were kind of taking it as a joke, and until the second time, that's when they started seeing. Like I said, the first time they didn't take it serious because I wasn't learning anything, so they couldn't really see much. But now how much I've learned, how much what I'm doing, my matches, my brother now has told me, he's like, I can see, like, number one, you're really enjoying this, like you're really happy, and second, he's like, you have improved, and I'm very proud of you. And um my family too, like I guess they're taking it more serious now, but in the beginning, they will even tell me, they're like, why are you paying to get your butt kicked? We can just kick your butt here for free. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? I'm like, you guys are mean, man. Like you guys are mean. But like I said, they couldn't take me serious because I wasn't really learning much at that first promotion. But now they see me, and oh my God, anytime I go to a family party, which I don't go to many because I'm always either out of town or I have a show. But anytime they see me, they'll be like, oh, there goes Lulu La Reina. And I'm like, it's just Lulu, guys. It's just Lulu. But they do treat me like a celebrity. I won't lie, my family. But it's been pretty awesome. It's been pretty awesome that they actually take it serious now.
That's awesome, man. That when your family said that, it reminded me of that sounds like something my uncles would say. Like, if you want me to, I mean, if you want me to, if you have to go there to pay to get your ass whooped, I would have whooped your ass for free.
Yeah.
It's not
And I was
something
just
that
like, oh my God, they're so mean. Because I'm like, I'm over here, like having bruises and everything. And they're over here just making jokes. But now that I see it, I'm like, I was a joke because that place wasn't even taking me serious, you know. But now they're, n- I'm telling you now, it's so different. Now they're telling me not to kick their butts. So it's it's nice. It's nice. Also, my nephews. I'm a auntie of
Okay.
three boys, and just I do tell them not to wrestle in school or each other. But sometimes they're like, who do we get it from? We got it from you, woo woo. They call me woo woo. They're like, we got it from you, woo woo. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, don't let your mom hear you, please. They've seen me wrestle once and they did get pretty scared when they saw
Okay.
me getting slammed, and also they won't be watching me wrestle until they get a little older if I'm still doing it. But they do watch my matches on YouTube, and they start asking me so many questions. But just seeing their faces and reactions and then calling me the cool aunt, that makes me happy too.
That's
I'm
awesome.
winning.
Yeah, that's definitely great, man. Hey, you never know. You might inspire them to actually join, get into wrestling when they get older, and then they'll be next thing you might see them as trios champions, man. You know.
Right? We'll see.
So,
They do play soccer. They're on a soccer team.
oh man,
So
they're gonna hit that payday kick like AJ Styles easy then,
I
man. What?
right? Yeah. My little babies. We'll see. We'll see. They do enjoy the wrestling. Like I said, they'll be wrestling each other, and then when I tell them to not wrestle, they're just it's hard to tell them no because I'm over here wrestling, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see if one of them follow, Auntie's footsteps. We'll see.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you. You're doing the wrestling thing now. I've seen several of your matches. You had a match against Myra. Man, you had Myra on the ropes. I'm gonna tell you right now. The next, I don't know if it's Myra or Mayara. I think the next time she wrestles you, I don't think she wants that smoke. Because I think from what I saw, you were like this close to getting that win, and then you had a match against Sierra, and
I
once
love
again,
Sierra. I love Sierra. She's so talented.
yeah,
It's She's so good.
yeah, and you had her against the ropes. I think next time you face those women, you're gonna get the W for sure. But I gotta
Oh,
ask you, with you and Charisma, y'all are actually the tag team known as Kiss of Death, KOD. How did that all come about? Like, what was the mindset that okay, you know what? I believe she's Mexican, or correct
yeah,
me if I'm
she's
wrong.
Mexican.
So I believe, what was the mindset? Was it like, hey, let's do this thing and represent Mexican, or was it just like, you know what? It's not. It doesn't even matter that you're Mexican. We just have this cool vibe. Let's just form this tag team and collectively kick some other collective butts. Like, what was the thought process
You know what?
between um the coming together of the Mexican Barbie, and I believe she goes by Sweet and Vicious,
Yes, the sweet,
forming this tag
vicious
team?
charisma. So first we were just we became friends, and we will train. She will invite me to some of her training sessions. We got really close, and it's hard to get charisma. It's hard to get charisma because she's a toughie. She's a toughie. And I guess I won her heart. Sorry, Diego. Sorry, Diego. But I won her heart, and there was just one time that we were just talking about it, and we just decided to become a tag team because we're really close. We're honestly like sisters. We were like, man, you know what? Do it. We should just become a tag team. And then we were trying to figure out a name. And mostly I would tell her because my ideas are very different from her. I like her ideas more because I'm too girly. She's more, like I said, she's a toughie one.
Mm,
So she was giving me a few names, for the tag, and I was just like, maybe, until we decided at KOD, Kiss of Death. And yeah, I don't know, it just became so natural. It I don't know, it just naturally. it just became us becoming a tag team. We
Wow,
really
that's
didn't like overthink it, nothing. It was just, we're always together when I'm in Texas. We get along, we respect each other. I have tremendous respect for her. And she knows a lot about the business too because she's watched wrestling. And then yeah, it just became very organically just deciding to become a tag. And
and
here we are.
and the unique thing is y'all have y'all have s- the same Mexican culture, but two different types of American culture. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're from Cicero, Illinois. You know,
Yes.
she's from I believe Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong.
She's from Houston. Yeah.
So you got H Town meeting pretty much. I guess you could say Chi
Chi
Town.
Town. Yeah.
Because I take it Cicero's not that far from Chicago,
Mm-mm,
and
it's not.
y'all just have that coming together of like two different styles. Both of you are Mexican, but but both you have to grow up in different areas, different
And
cities, and
yeah,
y'all
and
just
we're
got
very
that.
different. Like she's more, you can just see our looks. We're completely different. She's more in the dark side. She likes the color black, dark purple. I'm more in the light side. Like I like pink and all these cutesy colors. So we're complete opposite. I'll tell you this. We're complete opposite, but it works. It works for us.
Oh
Though
yeah,
we're not similar.
they say opposites attract.
Yes. We like the same foods. I think that's the only thing that we can kind of agree on at times. But besides that, we're very different, but it works. It works because
Man, don't get me started with food again, man. Because no, I can tell you right. You got me talk about Mexican, and I'm thinking about Mexican food, and I'm thinking about some nice,
tacos.
quesadillas and some tacos. Well,
Quesadilla.
okay, I'm more of a quesadilla type of person, but
Oh,
tacos with a nice tall glass of horchata, not the manufactured kind. I'm
mm,
talking about the homemade kind.
like the, yeah.
Oh man, I always tell my Mexican friends, man, you can come to my cookout. Don't get me wrong, you're welcome. But if you don't make an horchata, we're gonna have a wrestling match right here, right now. So make sure you or at the cookout stove, make sure you show me my horchata. Or at least a
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, I like Jamaica.
Yeah. So speaking of, Mexican culture, so have you looked into like do you think you'll ever like want to wrestle in like Mexico City? Because there's a lot of culture that comes from there. A lot of great
Mm,
legends like Pedro Aguayo, uh, the Garza family, you know, um, the Misterios. Obviously, they're from Mexico, and even I don't know if there's an official family name, but Bandito and Gravity.
mm.
There are two of four cousins who actually who are actually from Mexico. So um, would you what would like be your thought process if you got a booking to like wrestle, whether it's CMLL, whether it's AAA, whether it's I don't know if Crash is still around. Like, what would be like your reaction to it?
I'll be very happy. That's actually one of my goals is to wrestle in Puebla, Mexico, because that's
Okay.
where my parents are from.
Mm.
So I would like to wrestle there and have my family that live over there come see me wrestle. Mexico City, I also have family there. It will be nice too, but Puebla will mean much more to me in a more sentimental, like part. Um, but that's one of my goals. We're kind of working on it to see. Probably that won't be my first match in Puebla, like to go to. I probably will have to go somewhere else and then get to Puebla, but that's definitely something I would really want to do is go to Mexico to wrestle.
Wow. I definitely hope you get that chance. That I know that would definitely mean a lot as well to you. And speaking of wrestling in Mexico,
Mhm.
um, in regards to so Mexico, y'all I believe y'all were the first to do it. The trios championships. I don't know if they have it for happening for females yet, in Mexico, but I know that first thing, KOD's goal, y'all want all the belts, and Fire and Fury, y'all got the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. We want them.
Yeah, we do.
Reality Wrestling, y'all got the women's championships. We want them. TNA, AEW, WWE, y'all on watch. We want the smoke. We want them tag team titles. We going over, y'all going over to Japan. Yeah, start. We want y'all's tag team championships
Yeah.
too. But there is one particular championship that is only in Stardom, that is nowhere in no other promotion or women's promotion. Um, Last time I checked, and for those of y'all listening and watching, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Stardom is the only promotion with this one championship, and it is the Artist of Stardom Championship, and it is the only six-woman championship in professional wrestling, and several people have held it. Most notably, Io Sky and Kairi Sane and Mayu
Mhm.
Iwatani, known as Freedom. They actually wrestled on Lucha Underground against Pentagon Black when they were the Black Lotus. I think the Black Lotus Triad.
Mhm.
What getting to the point? If KOD were to wrestle for those championships, who would be the third member? Not necessarily a member, the third member of KOD, but for one night, that third person would be allying with KOD
Ooh, I'm
to
not
wrestle for those
sure.
championships.
Honestly, I wouldn't even know. Just because it's like she's from Texas, I'm from Chicago. We have people, both sides. So it will be kind of tricky. She will have to pick. Charisma will
Okay.
have to pick. I can't do that pick.
Oh man. You know,
I can't do that pick.
normally I would have been like, okay, KOD, let's see how it goes. On the count of three, one, two, three, y'all say the name. And some people would get it, some tag teams would get it like at the same time. I think one or two did. And most times they would actually get it like they'd say different names in unison. I'm like, okay.
I mean, like I told you, we're already a trio, but obviously Diego can't be in it, right? Because
I mean,
he's
yeah,
not.
Lucha Underground had it was I guess you could say open gender. Lucha
Oh, I mean,
Underground
if
had
it's
it.
open Diego, like we're already a trio.
Yeah,
I
because
literally call us the trio, and yeah, it'll be hard to even add somebody in there because we're already like I already have like my big brother, my big sister, and I'm the little sister. So it's like that's the trio right there. That's it.
awesome. Yeah, it's happened before. We've actually had um in Lucha Underground, I think it was Angelico and M Dog 20 and Ibeliz, who's from Puerto Rico. We've actually
Mhm.
had they've actually been uh trios champions. So yeah, it could be a thing. It's
Well,
possible.
if it is, then Diego.
Yeah.
I feel like we both will agree on that one.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't. I could see. Oh wow, I could see him coming out right now. Two of y'all coming out. You and Charisma, and he's behind y'all playing the accordion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Every time I hear, not every time I hear accordion, I think of him when he plays that. It's like, wow,
He's
it's
good.
yeah,
He's good.
yeah, definitely. We had him on the show. Great guy. Um, Shout out to Diego De La Cruz, man.
Yeah,
DOC.
Diego, brother-in-law.
Um, yeah. So I just got a few more questions before we shut it down. So,
Yeah.
you know, now that you've actually been doing your thing, you know, wrestling, and like I said, you're doing very well. Your merch, that shirt, man, oof, thing of beauty.
Which
Well,
one? I have three.
the one on Instagram that you pinned, I forgot what it was.
The Lulu La
What's the-
Reina one or the Delulu? Because
I
I
think
have a
it's
Delulu.
it's purple. It's a purple shirt or maroon.
It's pink.
I just saw
It's
that
like a hot pink, but the Delulu one is the one with just my eyes, and it says Delulu for Lulu. And
there
then the
was
Lulu La Reina is like my whole picture basically, and it says Lulu La Reina.
it wasn't
Let me show you. Hold on. Let me
Hold
see.
on. I
So this one is
it's pink.
one.
It was pink. I just saw it.
Yeah, so that one is one, and then my Delulu. Honestly, my Delulu is one of my favorite ones. Um, I'm always wearing it. This one,
Yeah.
but
Ooh,
we're working on another one, and
awesome.
the other one is probably gonna be my favorite one. So just keep an eye out over here because it's coming out soon.
We definitely will. We definitely. It's crazy. I think I'm a weird fan. Like I have more indie shirts than WB and AW, and this is no slight to them. It's just I, WB will be fine without my support buying their merch. They have a lot of people, the indie people. I know how the grind is. I know how the hustle is. So that's why I always um support that way and as best as I can. You know, like I once went to my thing now. If I go to WrestleMania, I only walk with two shirts because I know when I'm done. But before the week is out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have so many shirts. I'm gonna buy so many shirts. Like I did the same thing like in Las Vegas. I went with two shirts. I came back with like six. I had
Oh
a shirt for every.
damn,
Yes,
that's a
that's
lot.
because I support the business. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So and besides, I mean, you never know, man. I mean, we might see Lulu La Reina on there. You might meet Jey Uso again. And we might, yo, we just had her. We,
Hopefully,
we just
hopefully I
had
get
her.
to see him again or Drew McIntyre. You
Oh,
know
you
who
met
I want to meet though?
who?
Stephanie Vacquer.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I want to
The
meet her.
first female South American champion. That's cool.
Yes, I want to meet her. I feel like her and I will get along. I've met Roxanne,
That-
before. No, wait, no, she was already signed with NXT.
That's
So
possible.
yeah, I met
I
her
believe that.
in Texas. Who else have I met? Alicia Fox. I've met
Mm.
her. She's so sweet. I love her. I've
Yeah,
met a few.
we've actually had Roxanne on our show before she got signed.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
our our co-host Kathy, y'all probably seen Kathy Knight there before. She's always driving over from Louisiana. She has a video where she gets the orange she gets the orange Cassidy kicks from Roxanne, and it was like just so cute. But yeah, we've
Oh,
had Roxanne Perez on our show. So yeah, I believe you've actually I know y'all have actually met her. And funny thing is, there was a girl that I was like, she reminds me so much of Roxanne. You probably know her, Calientita. And I
oh
was like,
yeah. I haven't met her, but I know who she is.
she reminds me so much of Roxanne. I don't know why, but yeah, um, yeah, Roxanne is. I'm definitely happy for her success.
Oh yeah.
Her and Maddie Rankowski. I'm always happy when I see people like go on to do great things, whether it's getting signed to WWE or AEW or TNA, or even
Mm-hmm.
getting a chance to go overseas and wrestle. I'm always
Oh
like,
yeah.
yes, they did it. I always tell wrestlers like when you go to Japan, and I'm going to tell you this thing too: when you go to Japan, make sure you get your Ribera jacket. It's like a rite of passage for pro wrestlers. Hulk Hogan has done it. John Cena has done it, and it's basically you go. It's a Ribera is a steakhouse in Tokyo, and the owner
Mm.
he always gives pro wrestlers Ribera jacket, and it's a really cool looking jacket, and he always gives them to pro wrestlers. As a matter of fact, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair recently got theirs, so
Oh.
looking forward to seeing you get yours when you get that booking to Japan as well. And by the way, if you get booked to
Yeah.
Japan, take it with a smile and go. It's a great place. I'm
Oh, I
always
bet.
I'm always at my calmest and chillest in Japan.
I feel like I will be happy with seeing the cars and the wrestling
Oh, okay. So
and the
you're into
Fast and
cars too?
Furious. I was until I got too many speeding tickets and I had to like say bye bye. Had to say bye bye because I'm like, oh, these are getting expensive. But yeah, I love speed for sure.
Or you would love Florida?
Heights, not so much. Speed, yes.
You would love Florida because I always tell people, if you're in Florida, you don't have to go to the movies to see Fast and Furious. You could just go on 95 South and you'll see everything right there. Trust me. Trust me. You don't have to go far.
I went to
Yeah.
California years ago to visit like the Fast and Furious house, Neptune Net, and it was really nice. I have a tattoo actually of the Supra logo, the orange one. So I have that tattooed.
That's cool.
Yeah,
But like I said,
on my chest.
you're doing pretty very well for yourself and rest. I mean, you got to go to the big event last year. Not a lot of
Yeah, and
people can say that.
WrestleCon.
Yeah, so I mean, there's obviously you're talking about, oh, you got in too late in life. Man, give me a break, man. You
But
doing
I'm
all
still
that.
baby. Like in the wrestling industry, I'm still baby. But I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby.
You're good. Trust me. There's something you're doing right that made promoters say, "Hey, we want you at WrestleCon. We want you at the big event." So you're obviously doing something right. Keep
Yeah.
on keeping on. You got this.
It's
But
like
just
I tell people I'm a Mexican, not a Mexicant.
I once told up. I think I told somebody that one time. Like, I can't. Don't ever let me hear you say that. In all my years of living, I
No,
have
not a
never seen.
Mexican.
What are the last three letters of Mexican? CAN. Okay. I said it to them. I'm like, you know something? I have never seen a Mexicant. I've seen a Mexican and a Mexi
Yes.
will. So you Mexi can do it and you Mexi will do it. And he started cracking up.
I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I'm a Mexican, not a Mexicant.
That's awesome. And hey, you're right. I mean, there's no such thing as a Mexican. Look at Eddie Guerrero when he fought Brock Lesnar. He made it happen.
Seriously? Yeah.
Yeah, and look at Rey Mysterio. I mean, come on, he just got to
Look
win
at him.
over
He's
like
like 50, 51, 50.
exactly, and he's still doing it. So
And he's
yeah,
a Mexican.
there you
Si
go.
se puede. Si se puede. Yes, you can.
Yeah, so definitely keep it up. I got like I said, two more questions.
Yeah.
So your entrance song, and it's a bop. I love me some Selena. It's cumbia, techno cumbia,
Tecnocumbia. Yeah.
and I've always said that her best stuff is her early stuff. Although she had "Dreaming of You," which is another song I like, and
Yeah.
I could fall in love. But she has several that I like "Bidi Bidi
Bidi
Bum
bidi bam
Bum,"
bam.
and "Amor Prohibido." But
Mm-hmm.
you chose Techno Cumbia, as which is like I said, it's a great jam. But when you're working out, when you're in the gym, getting ready to do some cardio or getting ready to do some reps, what are some songs that are on the Mexican Barbies playlist?
Literally, Selena.
Okay,
I don't play when I listen to Selena every day. I'm not even playing. She makes me really happy. She like her music just inspires me to just go out there and kick butt, believing in myself. If I'm not listening to Selena, literally like I'm pulling up mm, I'll be listening to my artist Seven. He actually did my heel song, and it's funny because he in the lyrics it says "beady beady beat down."
okay,
So I listen to his music a lot. There's one of his songs that I love so much. It's called Good Enough. So that's a really good song. And if I'm not listening to them, Michael Jackson.
okay.
I love Michael Jackson. I'm excited
So,
for the movie. Um, I'll
so
listen to some Bad Bunny, some Cardi B,
okay,
Britney Spears. So when I was younger, my biggest, like, let's say top three singers were Selena, Michael Jackson, and Britney Spears. And
okay.
also, I feel like wardrobe, they were the best. They were very, like
Wow.
very shiny,
Now
very shiny.
you just gave me a vision of you taking one of Michael Jackson's iconic outfits and just making it
I
your own
love
reindeer.
it,
I
Michael.
could see you pulling it off. I could definitely see you pulling it
He
off.
had curly hair. I have curly hair.
There you
Selena,
go.
curly hair. So this past weekend when I was in Texas, I did a rumble also besides the match.
Okay.
I got eliminated. I'm walking out already, like I'm already walking to the back, and somebody was like, "You're not Selena." And I was like, "What the? Like, I'm not trying to be." So then at the end of the show, he comes up to me. He's like, "So you're a Selena fan?" And I'm like, "Are you the one that was talking crap?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something." I'm like, "What?" He's like, When I saw you from far away, you literally look like Selena. You resemble Selena. He's like, and I didn't even know anything about you. I didn't know that you were a Selena fan, nothing, because I didn't come out to Selena because I was a heel. So when I'm a heel, I don't come out to Selena.
Okay.
And he's like, I didn't know anything until my son looked you up. And then he put the two and two together. And I'm like, yeah, I love Selena. You know, she inspired me in a lot of things. And he was like, yeah, your sister, Karima, didn't want me to tell you because she said that you were going to get a big head, but you do look like Selena. And I'm like, what? I'm like, thank you. I was like, I don't think so, but thank you. I'm like, that's a compliment. Thank you. It's
Actually,
like when I
you
wear my bangs, some people say it's a personality sometimes, but I do get that a lot. And I do get a lot of Texas people pushing it. Pushing it. They're like, you should do this of Selena. You should do the purple one. You should do. And I'm like, well, guys, okay, I'm not trying to be Selena. Like, I do love Selena, but I'm not trying to be her. But we do have similar, um, like fashion. Because even
Mhm.
when I'm not trying to pull a Selena wardrobe, it ends up looking like a Selena wardrobe.
like the purple gear. I just remember like the purple maroon gear, like that
Yeah.
you had.
But
Uh,
like when I go out like with my friends and I'll just put something on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cute. This goes with this. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just thinking of what I like. And then I put it on and I'm like, oh, this kind of looks like a Selena outfit. And it's just we just have similar things. Similar, I mean, I grew up to watching her, like music videos, listening to her, so she's probably guiding me. She's probably guiding me. I say she's my angel. I say she's my angel, so I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people, especially in Texas, they actually tell me, yeah, you should do this of Selena. You should do this, this, that. One promotion actually wants me to kind of do a Selena theme. So I don't know if you saw one of the pictures that I posted, but it's like the cow print one. I don't know if you've seen it. It's this one. So
uh,
that's me.
okay.
And then Selena is this one. So I actually made mine. I customized mine. And I made my bustier with rhinestones
Ooh, nice.
while watching ah! while watching Selena's documentary. Sorry. I used my light so it could be niche. But
Okay.
yeah, so I'm a little creative, I guess. It's also
So do you listen to like her brother, AB Quintanilla y los Cumbia Kings,
Cumbia
or
Kings. Yes, I do listen to them.
yeah, their
Not as
music?
much as Selena, but I do listen to
Yeah.
Fuego. I even listened to Cumbia All Stars, which was the rival ones. The song Muévelo. I like
Mhm.
them too. I mean, I like music. I do listen to Cumbia
Fuego
Zapatero.
Fuego was a hot song. I remember listening to that years ago. I think his name was it DJ Kane? DJ Kane was on that one. I know Frankie J came from that group.
Oh, Frankie
Um,
J.
yeah, he was in that group for a bit, and then then he went and did his own thing. But yeah, that's cool that people are actually like they're like thinking they're actually comparing your gear to Selena, which you know it's kind of but I mean I hope they don't think that they're not saying that you're trying to be, because I mean I know you're not. I mean you're just drawing inspiration, and there's nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah.
mean
I mean, there's like the inspired gear is her, like
yeah,
I but then that's the thing, it's just like that's also my type of style.
yeah.
So it's just weird because when I was reading the book, literally I was getting surprised because Chris, Selena's husband, wrote a book and
Hmm.
I'm reading it, and I'm like literally shocked the whole time he's describing her because I'm like, literally, like that's how I am too. Like I'm always
Yeah,
cracking jokes. You will never see me serious, and if you do, it's because I'm like something sad happened or someone got me mad, but that takes a lot. Like for someone to get me mad, it takes a lot. But I'm always smiling, cracking jokes. So I was reading the book and I'm like, okay, we are pretty similar, which is kind of scary. But I mean, I'm just being myself. But I don't know. Like I said, so I don't. Nobody has told me, "Oh, stop trying to be like Selena," but I'm definitely not trying to be like her. It's just
Yeah,
I love her music. I love her style.
there's
Um,
nothing. If I could say something respectfully, I don't mean to cut you, but there's nothing wrong with inspiration. You know, I always said there's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody and taking that and but seeing somebody do something and then being inspired to do your own thing. Like you want something crazy, I'm probably gonna shoot myself in the foot saying this, but when I call myself the worldwide star boy, that's actually stuff I got from The Rock. You know, with like that ocean crossing straight up Boston. He says the jabroni beating pie eating eyebrow isn't because The Rock was one of my teenage inspirations back in the day. So
mm,
I've taken that, not trying to be like The Rock. I've taken that. I've been inspired by him and done my own thing different from
yeah,
him. So, um, there's nothing wrong with inspiration. If there's a difference between inspiration and imitation.
yeah.
So always, always remember that if you don't know already. So, but it's obviously working out because you have the crowd going and everybody's cheering, and so you know, and I mean you're getting booked all over the country, all over the country. So it's definitely working out for you. So keep
Yeah.
on doing what you're doing, and you know, I know you've been in the game for only what 2 3 years, but I'll just say this, you know, um, don't let nobody dull your shine. The fact that you're still smiling, that you're always smiling, don't let nobody dull that. The world needs more smiling. The world needs more laughter. Everybody
Oh,
seems to be miserable.
definitely.
So if you're one of the people that's not miserable, you're just happy, you're smiling, you just keep on doing that. Don't let nobody
Yeah.
dull your shine, and just keep on being you. And that's pretty much all I gotta say on that. In even with the wrestling thing, I don't know if you've had people say judge you, but always remember this: you're gonna have critics, but 9 times out of 10, the people that want to criticize can't do what you do. If you put them in the ring,
Yeah.
they can't do what you do, and if they could, that means they're scared. Why? Because they know that you can be just as good, if not better than them, and they're fearful. So just
Oh,
keep on
yeah.
doing what you're doing.
I feel like it helped a lot being from Cicero. Cicero was a little, like not the greatest little town.
Hmm.
But it helped get like that tough skin. I might be a little cutesy, but I still have that, I'm a little gangsta.
Oh,
You
I
might
know.
not think that. You might not think that. People will be like they always see me and they're like, oh, she's definitely such a softie. I'm nice also because I'm mature, my age, but I definitely never let anyone step on me. And if they do try, I'll be very still respectful, but I don't let anybody disrespect me because it's like if you want respect, you got to give respect. And that's always how I've been since I was young. And and if I walk away, it's not because, it's like how they say it's not because I'm scared, but it's like it's not even worth it. I don't mind people giving me criticism or trying to help me out with certain things. Like I said, I have tough skin, but it's just how people say stuff at times. It's not
Yeah,
what you say, it's how you say it,
there you
you
go.
know? Because a lot of people can even joke around making jokes and kind of make fun of you, but it's kind of
Mhm.
like, wait, 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 wait. Are you really making a joke or are you being serious? Like it's, I don't know. But so far, so far, everyone has been really, it's been good. It's been good for me. Like, I haven't really had any issues. People have been really nice. And I really like that. Like, a lot, like, all the women I've met literally have been like so sweet, like very cutesy. So it makes me happy that I haven't had like a bad experience because
That's
I've heard some
awesome.
people do have had like some bad ones. So
Yeah,
I feel
that's
lucky that I
that's
haven't.
That's awesome, and I hope that it keeps on being great for you and everything. And like I said, I see. I like the progress that you're having. Um, like I said, 2 years and you're already booked for New York. I mean, to wrestle
Yep.
in New York, that's impressive. That is impressive. Not a lot of people can say they've gotten that. So you know, just keep at it. You're definitely going in my opinion, you're going in a great direction, and hopefully we can get KOD up here,
Yeah.
mm, wrestling and so on. So my last question, so you say that you're mature in age, which I doubt, which I think you're capping because you still look like you're like 2021. If that's mature for you, that's fine. But
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm older than
I'm
that.
I'm not gonna touch a woman's age because I'm a gentleman. I'm not gonna do that. That's one thing, you don't mess with a woman's age. Trust me. Then again, I don't put anybody's age out here, regardless. It's just, yeah. But in all your years of in all your short time in wrestling, right? Um, you've pretty much done a lot, in my opinion. You've wrestled in 7 states, and it's like I said, it's only a matter of time until you pretty much start getting bookings on the West Coast if you haven't already. It's only a matter of time until you get that one booking outside of America. Only a
Yeah.
matter of time until you end up getting booked in Japan. Um, what advice would you give somebody that is now looking to get into, professional wrestling? They're like, "Yo, Lulu, you're phenomenal in the ring, man. I mean, you and Charisma, y'all are doing big things. And even when you're by yourself, you're still, hella, you're like nobody. I just can't take my eyes off your matches, man. Like you are her." And they see you, they're getting inspiration, they wanna, get into professional wrestling. What advice would you give that man or woman?
I would The advice I will give them is, it's not going to be something easy. It's definitely something very hard. Make sure you are ready to, I will say, kind of put, how would I say? It's like be open-minded with learning. Definitely, you are going to learn a lot of stuff. And even though if you watch wrestling, you might think you know, but you really don't. It's very different while doing it. But just letting them know that it's very hard, but just yeah, just work really hard for it. And I will actually give advice of saving money because it is expensive. So the advice is save money. Um, Make sure you come in with a positive attitude because it's really hard to, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's really hard to just come in, and it's a lot of mental stuff because I'm an overthinker, and then there's times that I'm just like, oh my god, I'm overthinking. I can't do this. I can't do this. And some people do it differently. Like they get really hard on themselves. So it's just don't be too hard on yourself. Take it slow. Save your money also because it is pretty expensive, but trust your trainer and just work really hard. Just work really hard for it because it's not easy. That's probably the advice I will give. And eat good.
Awesome.
Hit that cardio.
Awesome. That's great advice. So for those of you that are looking to get into the business, you just got some advice from the Mexican Barbie, who has actually already wrestled in 6 states and is going to wrestle in 6 more before this year is out. We've already
Yep.
started in January and she's already booked for New York. So, and that's not
Yes.
an easy booking to get, being all the way from Texas or Chicago. So you just
Oh
got a
my
some
god.
something from Mexican Barbie. If you want any more advice, well, courtesy of Ringside Society, you got some advice from the Mexican Barbie. If you want any more advice from her, you probably got to hit her up, hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. I'm sure her time is money. So definitely, definitely, if you want, hit her up if she has time. And like I said, you got it. Time is money. So, um, yeah. So I got to say, Lulu, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you on behalf of myself and the rest of my team here at Ringside Society. We're very grateful for you for you know taking time out of your busy schedule. We know you got a lot going on, but the fact that you actually put some time aside to be on our show as a guest and chat about wrestling in your career, we're very grateful for it. Hopefully, we can have you and Charisma back on here
Yes, of
one
course.
day, maybe later on down the line, as KOD, to see how things are. Hopefully we'll see some new gold around your waist, around your shoulders, or maybe you
Ooh,
girl
let's hope.
maybe you ladies had a little girls trip to you take a little girls trip to Tokyo, kick some collective butts, win some titles, and have some
Yes.
stories about Roppongi and Tokyo and all that stuff. But thank you very much. I really and truly appreciate it. Now, before we shut this show down, where can
Mhm.
fans find you on social media when they want to find out when your next appearances, purchase Lulu La Reina merchandise? Man, y'all see if y'all ain't seen those sweet shirts,
I
check them
know you
out.
guys gotta check them out. But
You'll be impressed. And where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
oh, for my shows, Instagram will be fine. Usually everything's on Instagram, which is Lulu underscore La Reina underscore. And then also I have Facebook and TikTok. I'm a TikToker. And that username is Lulu La Reina.
Awesome.
Hmm.
So y'all heard? Make sure you give this woman a follow. You
Yes.
know, she's a really cool person. I've actually met her in person as well too. So I think
Yes.
I think you might have been the first or I don't know. I think, no, I've met other people before that I had them on the show. But she's a really cool person and really cool person in person. Make sure you check her out if she's in your town. Check out her shows, purchase that
Yes.
merch. And that way when she gets signed to WB or AEW or TNA, and some jabroni comes up and is like, "Oh hey, I got the new Lulu La Reina merchandise from TNA Shop or WB Shop or AEW or Shop AEW." You could be like, "Man, I had her shirt from when she was on the Indies, man, when she was
Yeah,
just
you got
starting
the
out."
OG
You
shirts.
know, that's that's it's always a great feeling when you've been supporting somebody from the beginning of their journey. So go
Yeah.
ahead, go out there. If you can't make the shows, cop that merch. That's another way you can support. And with that
Yes.
being said, Lulu, once again, I wish you nothing but the best in your career. We look forward to seeing a lot of great things here. And best believe when we see you on WB or AW or TNA or even doing that tour, we'll definitely be feeling proud. Like, yes, yes, there she goes again.
There
She's
goes little
just out of our
Barbie,
Inside
the
Society.
Mexican Barbie.
Mexican Barbie's doing her thing over in California or
Yeah.
Europe. So we like to see people work hard and get rewarded, and we're all for that. So we wish you nothing but the best. We hope you get to wrestle everybody you want to wrestle. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. So
Mine
with that
too.
being
But
said,
I also wanted to say thank you for inviting me to your podcast. I appreciate it.
hey, no
Had
problem,
so
man.
much fun. And
I'm glad.
hopefully, yeah,
I'm
we
glad
get
you're.
the KOD in the building.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Like y'all, people like y'all make our podcast. Y'all give us a reason to keep on going on. So it was a pleasure to have you on. And yeah, with that being said, uh, to quote Kenny Omega, it is about time I bid y'all adieu. Like I said, stomach is rumbling, eyelids are heavy. That means it's time for dinner and a
Yes.
nap. Maybe not in that particular order, but before I partake in those activities, if you want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places. I might be in Indonesia next month. I might be
Ooh.
in Paris, France, or Dublin, Ireland next month. Depends on my mood. But if you want to see me on my crazy adventures, and travels and whatnot, you can definitely find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. Also, I'm also on TikTok at the Remy Blue. I do food, I do restaurant reviews, and I give y'all cool places to check out, hang out at, and so on. So definitely add me on TikTok as well, for those of you listening. And I'm also on Blue Sky at remyblue.bsky.social. And I'm also on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. You can find me there. And last but not least, of course, our podcast is on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram and um, Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky at Ringside Society. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify, and um, we're also on Teespring, where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. We have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we have T-shirts, we have hoodies, we have coffee mugs, we have several different designs. Um, we've started our in your city design. That means our in your city collection, where we have our logo in different city colors. We have our Mardi Gras shirt up right now. We have our New York one coming soon. We actually have our Chicago one dropping very soon,
Ooh,
Chicago style. We'll try to send you one, Lulu, because we think you'd look really great in that too as well. And
yeah.
yeah, we have many more styles, coming up soon. Shout out to Luis Moreno, who's actually our designer, helping us with these designs. And all proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. They don't go back into our pockets. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where you can see cool interviews like this one, like the one like our TNA Genesis predictions show and our TNA predictions episode, and also our season premiere where I explain to y'all the Wheel of Professional Wrestling as well, and why several parts are important. You can see all those episodes on YouTube, and to see them, it's really simple. It's not rocket science. It's not even pre-algebra. Just go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. Once you see that really good-looking dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we have a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. As a matter of fact, we actually um, are going to be having our Saturday night live, our WWE Saturday night main event predictions coming up for this weekend. And afterwards, we might actually be having one of your rivals on our show. Stay tuned for that, Lulu. Um,
Ooh.
let's just say,
I'll wait and see. I'll wait and
you'll
see.
see, you'll see. You
I
might
have a few.
you might get upset, you might laugh. Yeah, I don't know, but we're in talks with having them on our show very soon. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to, and we're not going to stop being that. Uh, Also, we strive on being one of the realest wrestling podcasts as well too. So those of you that are listening later on, you get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we would just go away. It's been 8 seasons. It's not happening. Like myself at the Golden Corral, we're not going anywhere for a while. So with that being said, we just want to let everybody know we here at Ringside Society, we see it. Everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast, but we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. So I'm gonna say right now, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for KOD, and one time for the Mexican Barbie, Lulu La Reina. We're the Wrestling Fans
Yes.
Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back with another, like I said, another impressive episode. But until then, we just have four favors for y'all. Just four. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out.
Bye.
Peace.